And this next guy, he just gets a series of 1-year deals, and he's good with that. He understands he's comfortable with his role. I'm talking about Jadeveon Clowney, y'all. I don't know why Jadeveon Clowney, you say his name, and people just be like, oh, just completely dismiss this dude. Once again, the Bernie meme. Once again, I'm asking the Cowboys to at least inquire on the mercenary of all mercenaries, Jadeveon Clowney. I feel like this is the third time I've done this. And each stop, Jadeveon has been a productive guy. Last year in Baltimore, he was a part of a historic defense. Gave you 10 sacks, a career-high 71 pressures, And as usual, was a top performer against the run. Hey, you want a guy that could play against the run? I got you, Jadeveon Clowney. But he also can get after the passer too. And you want to talk about a typical Mike Zimmer guy. There you go. 6'5", 260, and he's an athlete. This isn't, in our respects to AJ Epineza, but Jadeveon Clowney is a different athlete. In fact, I think he the only athlete better than him on the team or in that front seven would be Micah. And remember, I started this thing out talking about how we're going to have to upgrade with kind of our rotational guys, or because I don't think he'd be a rotational guy. I think you could actually start him if you wanted to move Micah. Think about that. You could start Jadeveon Clowney, bookend him with Dorrance Armstrong. I'm sorry, not Dorrance. With DeMarcus Lawrence. You want to talk about running on the edges? Good luck. Good luck running on the edges with those two guys bookending. But I do think he is an upgrade from DA. I don't even think that's I don't think that's really debatable, is it? I mean, I know there's some people who are, tied to DA, respect for what he did in Dallas, but we're talking about a former number 1 pick that still has that talent. I mean, this dude's a dog. He's an elite run defender. He's more athletic creator. And you're talking about a guy that if you single him up with Micah and D-Law and, Osa rushing, you can't double everybody. I trust him winning. In fact, he did that a lot. He won the most on his team. Him and Owe tied for the best true pass set win percentage. No offense to DA, but he was 8th on the team behind a guy like Mozzie Smith. When you're a cleanup guy, that's going to happen. Clowney's not a cleanup guy. So where does he fit? I don't give a damn if you got plans to move Micah or not. But if you do move Micah, then he clearly fits to bookend with a Dorrance. I'm sorry, I keep saying Dorrance. A DeMarcus Lawrence. So your 3 primary rusher guys would be Micah, Clowney, and D-Law. You want to put Micah at linebacker, pressuring up the A-gaps. You got D-Law on one end. You got Osa next to him. You got Clowney on the other end. And they say, well, we're going to try to run. Okay. Well, D-Law and Clowney are right there. And now we got Micah chasing backside. This isn't difficult. We don't, if you don't like the person, fine. If you say, oh, he's a bust first round pick, whatever. This dude can play. I'm trying to get players on this. He's a dude for real, but he's not going to cost you a whole lot of money. Well, depending on who you are. So PFF projects him at 1 year, $9 million, $8 million guaranteed. And mercenaries like Clowney, you're not going to have to worry about long-term numbers. We talking about 1 year, man. Gilly played on a $10 million deal last year. It was very Gilly-esque here. Not a young guy, veteran dude, still got a bunch left in the tank, can play around $9-10 million. Also give him some incentives, right? Like every player gets incentives on their deal, but if you guys remember, he reached his incentive at the end of the year, and he had one of the more funny reactions, him and Chris Jones. But Jadeveon Clowney, this is a no-brainer to me. Maybe he might be out the Cowboys price range because it is $9 million. But if you are serious about at least attempting to upgrade this room, I mean, this is a no-brainer in picking up that phone and seeing if you can get Clowney for a reasonable price. Unfortunately for this man,
here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
that might be a little bit out the price range.